All right, this is a short tutorial on the E03 type mask tool exercise, which we did in class a couple days ago. And again, for this assignment, you're going to find your own image and create your own type mask element. So take a look at the examples below, and what I'm going to do is just go through the tools one more time with you. So the tool that we're going to be using again is under the text tool or the type tool. So we're going to be selecting the horizontal type mask tool, and you want to just have a picture which you're then going to duplicate because we want to have a copy that we can hide beneath. The other thing you're going to need to do is to insert a new fill layer and put this on the bottom so that you have kind of a color treatment behind it. All right, so I'll do that quickly, bring this down to the bottom. We do need to unlock this layer. If you bring in a new image, make sure that you unlock it. And we'll hide this for just a minute. We're going to bring the opacity on our layer 0 down so that we have that kind of subtle background behind. But this is the layer that we're working with, okay, and I'm just going to rename this masked type, okay? This is our image layer below, and this is our color fill. Just a reminder, you can always go back and change the color at any point, which you won't see until you finished the second part of the exercise. So with the type mask tool, what we did was we selected on a region that we were going to type, and we are going to choose our type fairly large. I'm going to go ahead and left align, and I use the phrase, "I have a dream." Okay, now if your text does that where it gets cut off, we're going to open up the character panel for a moment, which is up on the options bar. And this has to do with the leading of the text. I'm going to bring this way down here. I'm going to go ahead and try that one more time. There we go. So sometimes you have to kind of play around with it. I've got my leading, which again is the spacing between the height of the letters. I'm going to bring this one down further. Okay, so it's kind of equidistant. I'm actually going to make my text a little bit bigger so I can play around with all of these things right inside of the character panel. Okay, maybe I want to right align it or center align it. Okay, I can do that here as well just by going over to paragraph. So I want to get it kind of looking good. But the other thing I want to consider is where it's going to be placed. And since I want his face to be kind of represented in the letters, I think I'll stick with the left align feature. Okay, and then as soon as I click outside of the bounding box here, or actually that does work sometimes, but if I click on the move tool, I now get my selection, and so you see the marching ants. Okay, but if I don't like where it's placed, what I can do is click on the Q on my keyboard, and I can get the quick mask feature back, and I can move this around on the page. Okay, so I kind of want to get his face in there. What I can't do at this stage is I can't edit the text anymore. Okay, so now it's a shape. I can't change the spacing. I can't change the size of the text. This is all I can do is move it around. Okay, so when I do have it where I want it, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to click Q on the keyboard again to get the selection, and the very last step here is to click on the layer mask icon, which is on the bottom of the layers palette. Okay, so again, it looks like a square with a circle inside. You should know this feature by now. And I'm going to click the mask. Okay, now without this additional, I actually kind of think that looks fine with his face showing. So it's up to you if you want to include the image below. It's up to you if you even want to have a color background. You just want to make sure that your text, your type treatment over the image looks good. Okay, so what you're going to do with this one, as with the other ones, is you're going to save it as a PSD so that you have that file in your folder. So it's the E03 type mask tool exercise. Okay, you're going to save it into your own folder, and I have my own here. We're going to save it once as a PSD, then we're going to go File, Save As again, and this time you're going to choose JPEG, because I do want you to turn in a JPEG copy to Canvas. Okay, so we are going to just submit this to the Canvas Dropbox when we're finished, and then you're moving on to the E04 exercise. Thanks for watching.